Formula One on ITV, sponsored by Toyota.
He's on the brink. Michael Schumacher needs to make his point to be sure of that record 6th title. Suzuka's the last venue of the season in qualifying 2. The champion looks to extend an astonishing sequence. Hello there, welcome to our London studio. What if Michael Schumacher could carry a track around the world with him? He'd choose Suzuka in Japan. He started on pole every year since 1998. He has won this Grand Prix 5 times. Mark Blundell with me. Mark, those numbers daunting really for his challenger Kimi Raikkonen.
Very impressive. Kimi's going to know that as well. I mean, Michael is superb around this circuit. It's a very challenging technical circuit. Suits Michael Schumacher's style, suits Ferrari.
A big one too for Schumacher and Ferrari last season. What is it in particular about Suzuka that he likes so much, do you think?
Well, it's just the corners are so challenging, and I think that's something which really appeals to Michael Schumacher, and the fact that it's so technical and getting that one line and one rhythm around the circuit, and he seems to excel. You've got the contenders here for the championship battle. Kimi Raikkonen there, Michael Schumacher, obviously looking from last year that the same battle's going down to the wire for this weekend.
Kimi Raikkonen on the podium there last year. He's just got to be cool this weekend and see what turns out, I suppose.
Well, he's got to give it everything he's got, but, you know, if you were a betting man, there wouldn't be no bets coming on for who's going to win the championship from my side of things. Michael Schumacher's got it wrapped up, but...
You never know.
Yep.
You never know. Right, let me remind you exactly how things stand. A young Finn, he's got to win, as we've been saying, and hope the champion fails to score. That has only happened in Brazil this season. Montoya, he can't take the title because Schumacher's won more races. 4 drivers could be 4th. Ferrari and Williams very close in the Constructors' Championship as well. We have gone the full distance. It's a great finale. Here's the contenders' reaction to qualifying 1.
It was a good lap, and the circuit, fortunately, wasn't as difficult as often other circuits are. It was reasonable, though still being out the first car never offers you the best grip compared to later, but I'm quite happy.
It was quite okay. The 5th place and only less than 3/10 from the first guy is much better than we used to do on Fridays, and that's why I think so tomorrow we should be even in a better shape.
Very quick at the end of the lap.
Yeah, maybe not as quick as I would hope on the first part, but then maybe I didn't push enough hard.
Kimi ran straight after Michael Schumacher when they said the track wasn't offering as much grip as it could have done, heading at 200 miles an hour down into turn 1, swooping in at about 140, still downshifting, brake for a second time, bring it in nice and early for 2. Now the famous snake behind the pits. You must connect with the first curve and keep it neat and tidy. We've seen Raikkonen really driving smoothly these last few races. Into the foot of the hill for Dunlop. Let's see if he can take this absolutely full throttle. No hesitation at the bottom there. That's a surprise. That is where he can push faster. Degner 1 always surprises you. Degner 2 straight in front of you. It's very dirty on the exit. You can see the sand in the middle of the track. Under the crossover, 150 miles an hour into the hairpin. Down to 45. Hug the inside line. Was that a small mistake from Raikkonen or just an unusual line? Now building up to 180 miles an hour, coaxing it through the gentle right-handers towards the Spoon corner. Watch him sweep in at 140 miles an hour, shifting down 3 times, squeezing the throttle before coming in nice and early for a second bite at the exit of Spoon. It really has been an unremarkable lap so far. Raikkonen not pushing that hard. Let's see if he tries to make it up through the famous 130 hours. A bit tighter on the entry. And quite a big lift, and not needing any of the exit of the corner. Braking in a straight line. He's much faster through here than anybody else. He takes a lot more curve. Great traction then on the exit with the new surface, catapulting towards the line. Raikkonen just P5 on Friday afternoon.
Kimi Raikkonen is now the only man who can prevent Michael Schumacher taking a record-breaking 6th World Championship, but he knows victory on Sunday is vital.
Of course, we hope to win the race. That's our only chance to have any chance to win the championship. But I think so. The cars seems to be pretty good, and I think so. We should have good chances.
Michael Schumacher needs just 1 point to retain his crown, but according to the German, it's anybody's race.
If you look, we're all pretty close together. You see the two McLarens, you see the Williams, you see ourselves and the Renault. Everything is sort of in very close distance.
And Juan Pablo Montoya may be out of the hunt, but he'll still be giving it his all this weekend.
We still got to try to win the constructors. I got to try still to beat Kimi for second in the championship, so it's quite a bit to play for.
Jarno Trulli will go down in history as the last man to top a Friday qualifying session. That's because it's being ditched next year. The morning test has also gone from Friday's lineup. On Saturday, we'll have two 45-minute qualifying sessions back-to-back, but the first session is run in the order of how they finished the last race, winner first. The quickest man then goes last, as they do now in qualifying 2, but it's still 1 lap and still carrying race fuel. All this will have to be done with just 1 engine per car for the whole weekend.
Following BAR's announcement that Jacques Villeneuve would not be driving for the team in 2004, David Richards discovered on Thursday morning that the Canadian was leaving slightly earlier than planned.
It all came rather out of the blue. We had a call from Jacques' manager, Craig, who said, look, we've been talking this through, and Jacques really doesn't feel he wants to drive this weekend. He really would like to be released from his contract and from all his obligations to the team for the weekend. So, no, we concluded the best thing to do was to agree to that and bring Takuma Sato straight into the team. Takuma, of course, is going to be driving for us next year anyway. It's his home circuit. He was 5th here last year, so in many respects it couldn't have been a better debut for him.
I just need a very steady, normal standard result. But if you grab some points, that means you can help the team as fighting constructor championship points. So that is my aim.
And finally, Renault have given their test driver Alan McNish a traditional Scottish send-off. A mixture of dirty dishwater and porridge, their way of saying thanks very much for a year of hard work.
By the way, those new qualifying arrangements are still to be officially ratified, but it does look as though there'll be no Jacques Villeneuve around in F1 next season. I'm sad about that.
It's a great shame. I mean, Villeneuve's one of the last characters down the pit lane, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's always spoke his mind and, colourful character, but there's not a deal there for him next year by the looks of things. I don't think anybody could afford him. He's reputedly the 2nd highest paid driver.
Can you see him paying for a drive at Jaguar, even Jordan?
I don't think so. As much money as Jacques got, I don't think he wants to invest it in his driving career. He likes to earn money, not pay it out.
Now, Mark, problems for Kimi Raikkonen in practice this morning.
Yeah, Kimi had a little knock there, coming into the first curve and then just getting into the secondary apex, went off the road and straight into the barrier, took the left front corner off. Big problem, though, was that he then went on to take David Coulthard's race car and went and run the second session, and DC had to sit the whole session out. I mean, so big problem for DC not having any running at all. He's now had that car as his race car. They've nominated it, and DC's gone to despair.
How's he going to feel about that, David Coulthard?
Well, puts him in his place, doesn't it? I mean, it clearly says that everything's behind Kimi, which is understandable to a point, but even so, David Coulthard, Grand Prix winner in his own right.
Right, thank you very much.